Maseches Avos, Perek Gimel, the third chapter, Mishnah Beis, the second Mishnah. The next few Mishnahs deal with the conduct of scholars and how scholarly people should conduct themselves. This Mishnah in particular deals with when we are sitting together as groups, how we should conduct ourselves, how we should speak Torah, and whatnot. Also for this first bit. So, okay. Rabbi Hananya, Sagan HaKahanim, Rabbi Hananya, the vice Kohen Gadol, the Sagan, Omer, he says, Hevi mispalel b'shloma shel malchus. You should pray for the peace, the shalom, the peace of the malchus, of the kingdom. Why? She'ilamale mora, without fear of it, without fear, ish es re'ehu, a man to his fellow, chaim balo, they would swallow each other alive. Chaim. They would swallow each other alive. Now, this is not necessarily the most ringing endorsement of the the concept of the virtues of government and the state, but it is on some level he's saying that we might have our disagreements with the state or disagreements with the powers that be, but one thing that the good societies or even marginal societies do on some level is provide a sense of fear in the populace, so that a certain level of crime is kept at bay. Okay, fine. Now we go further with Rabbi Hananya ben Tardion Omer. He says, Shnaim sheyoshvin, two people that sit, ve'ein b'neihin divrei soira, there's not amongst them words of Torah. What does he say about them? Harizeh moshav leitzim. This is considered a sitting group of leitzim. Yeah, a group of leitzim that are just hanging out. Leitzim are silly people. Shinamar, like it says over in Tehillim, first kapitel. Moshav leitzim lo yoshav. It says in a gathering place of silly people, leitzim lo yoshav. You shouldn't sit. And the reason being is because of the topics that these sort of people tend to talk about. They will frequently go into topics that might cause problems. Might not be the most ehrlich, the most nice things to talk about, or it might be lashon hara, gossip. So we're told now he deals with the opposite situation. Avos shenaim sheyoshvin, the two people that sit. V'yesh b'neihem divrei soira, and there is between them divrei soira. They speak a little bit in Torah. The Torah concepts or some aspect of Torah study comes into their conversation while they're sitting together. Shechina sheruya b'neihem. The Shechina, the indwelling of God, God's presence in this world, rests between them. So, in a certain sense, if we conduct our interpersonal relationships with always having some element of Yiddishkeit or some communication of knowledge, it's as if we have brought God into the picture. There, in our little conversation that we had, we actually did something very big because we brought an element of godliness into the world. Shinamar, as it says in Malachi, the third chapter, Az nid, this is a long pasuk, so buckle up. Az nizberu Yirei Hashem, then shall speak the Yirei Hashem, those who fear Hashem, Ish el Re'ehu, a man to his neighbor. Now this is the operative term, Ish el Re'ehu, V'yakshev, and he will hearken. V'yakshev Hashem, and Hashem will hearken. V'yishma, and he'll hear. V'yikasev sefer zichron lifanav, and he'll write a remembrance book before him. Liyirei Hashem, for those that fear Hashem. Ul choshvei shema, and those who contemplate His name. So this is, for anybody that speak about Hashem, the Yirei Hashem, that speak about Hashem, then this, according to this way of darshaning this pasuk, lends those people a special merit. And of course, he is reductionist. He reads this. It has to speak to at least, it's concerning at least two people. Why? Because it says, Isha Riehu, a man to his fellow. So it has to. This is the smallest group that this could be concerning, is two people. Okay, so as I explained, this verse is taken to mean two people. So the voice of the Mishnah says, Ainli Elishnaim. That drosha, that way of explaining that verse only tells me that is two people there. That's the minimum amount that can be in that verse. Where do I know that even one person who's sitting and working in Torah, who's toiling in Torah, he is got his chumash, or he's got some mishnayos, he's got some halacha, he's sitting and learning by himself. How do we know? How do we know that the Holy One, blessed be He, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One, blessed be He, affixes for him some sort of merit? How do we know that that is not the case? Of course, it makes sense, but they're trying to prop these things onto verses. Shinamar, as it says, in Eicha Gimel, Yeshiv Badad V'Yidam. That he shall sit quietly, Badad, alone, V'Yidam, and he will be quiet. Why? Kinato alav. And then this is the voice of the Mishnah, Kinato alav, because will be given over unto him, what? Schar, merit. That's how they want to darshan that. They want to take this, sort of rip this out of context and say that even somebody who sits and learns by himself gets some sort of merit. Of course, this is not necessarily what these verses mean in situ, in their natural place. This is a good example of sort of rabbinic tool called an asmachta, where they have a preconceived idea, and that is that whenever we are sitting together, we should conduct ourselves to be concerned about Torah and ideas and the good things of the world. We should not sit around and gossip. So, if we sit around and gossip, then we're doing an awful thing. But if we talk about holy matters, then it's as if we brought godliness into the world. So that was their idea, and they wanted to lean that idea onto some verses. So this is called an asmachta. It's from samach, to lean. It's the same word as smicha, for ordination. They would lean one rabbi leans his hand on the student to make him into a rabbi. So an asmachta is what this is called. It's a tool where sometimes it seems like they're saying that they're learning this from this verse. It's not necessarily what they're doing. They're finding words that are consistent with what they already want to say, which of course they can't violate logic by that. It makes sense that if you are learning or speaking about good things, that this brings merit and does good things in the world. That just makes sense. And even if you're by yourself and doing this, so this is natural and logical. So they are just leaning what they already know onto verses that they find that line up with this idea. Okay, I hope that was beneficial. I hope you'll join me next time, next Mishnah. Call to Hatzlacha Rabbah. Keep learning.